Hello everybody, hope you're having a fantastic day today. Thank you so much for checking out my video. Today I'm going to be covering how to get a pet at your camp. Now do keep in mind that they can die, so I'm going to show you tips and tricks on how to keep them alive as long as possible, where to find them, and how to get them. So the first thing you want to keep in mind is the Animal Friend perk under Charisma. You do not need Wasteland Wanderer. This is the only perk card you need, and I do recommend that you level it up to level 3. That way you can tame any animal that you may come across. As you can see, you need to be a certain level to tame certain enemies. So, like I said, if you get it to level 3 and you do happen to come across, a rad toad, then you don't have to worry about being level 2 in order to tame it and have it at your camp. So this is the little route that I found that was very useful in finding these animals. And the first place I go to is Abby's bunker. And you just follow the hill down here up to the road, and there will be some Wendigos down here a bit, so just keep that in mind. And again, this may not be the route for you because there's only certain animals that will spawn on this route. But these are the harder ones, like the Deathclaw and the Mega Sloth, so this is the route that I want it to go. And I will link in the description an interactive map where you can find all the random encounters. That's basically how you find these animals, is random encounters. And like I said, this may not be the route for you. I don't think any animal can spawn on this route. This is, again, like I said, more for the Deathclaw and the Mega Sloth. I think a Snallygaster can spawn as well, too. And also keep in mind, if you are going to these locations looking for the animals to tame, if you do see other enemies near the animal, it's not going to work. So you're going to have to keep trying. I tried to save this sloth. I thought I could still maybe tame him when I was done. But if there are any enemies that are near the animal that you want to tame, it's basically a no-go. Also keep in mind to get as close to them as possible. Sometimes it's very finicky to bring up the tame button, so just keep that in mind when you are checking. The next place I go to is the Cranberry Glade. And this is the best place, I think, because you don't have to go very far. Once you get here, the animal will be right in front of you here where this Brahmin is, if it is. I hope you have the greatest of luck if you're doing this. It took me about 2 hours to get the animal that I did today, which I'm going to show a little later here. Now, the third place I go to is just north of Johnson's Acre. And you're going to have to run up a hill here when you get here. You could put a survival tent at the top. And I just want to say shout out to Pineapple. Thank you so much for the tutorial on this. I will link his channel in the description. He does a great video on taming animals as well. And it's where I learned a lot today before I made this video. So shout out to you, Pineapple, man. Great video. And yeah, like I said, you just follow this all the way up here. Again, you can put a survival tent when you get to the top if you have access to it. It's better than running all the way up this hill every time you want to check and see if your animal's here. And when you get to the top here, it's just going to be to the left on a little bit of a mound, which I'm going to show. Just to the left here. And this is the spot. And the good thing about this spot as well, too, is there's another location you can go to that's very close to here. So after you're done checking this spot, just come down the hill right here. And then just across the water where the islands, I guess, or where the land is the closest, where they're basically the closest to each other, is where you're going to want to cross. You can see it's not too much of area to cross here, but right here is where your random encounter will be. You can get some pretty cool stuff spawning here from my experiences today. And then once you've checked all these spots, just go back to main menu and then go into another server. And like I said, I wish you the best of luck when finding these. You will find one if you just keep at it. Like I did today, I did find one just down from Abby's bunker, and I was able to tame the Mega Sloth and have it at my camp. And that's all you have to do. It's as simple as that. It's a really simple thing to do. It takes a little bit of time sometimes. Like I said, I hope you get this on your first try. And when you do tame them and they are heading back to your camp, don't follow them because it just increases the chances of them dying. So just let them do their thing and they will get there eventually. Be patient. I was waiting about 5 or 10 minutes before my Mega Sloth showed up, but he did show up in my living room eventually, which I'm going to show here. So I heard a loud noise and I was like, oh, here we go. Let me know in the comments what we should name my Mega Sloth. I hope he lives forever, to be honest. I'm sure he won't. But yeah, let me know in the comments what you think we should name him. And yeah, like I said, it's as simple as that. It just might take you a bit of time. Also, keeping in mind, another little tip is make sure you have pacifist mode on if you do have a pet, because other people can actually kill your pet if you don't have pacifist mode. So do keep that on for the sake of your pet. Also, make sure your camp is placed, because if your camp is not placed and you try to do this, it will not work out well for you and your new pet will just disappear. I'm also going to link in the description a very good post on Reddit that'll probably tell you everything else that you would want to know about getting a pet. And I hope that helps you, and I hope this video helps you. Thank you so much for watching, everybody.